national champion UConn Huskies and the champions of the East Division of the Atlantic 10, St. Joseph's Hawks. Hello everyone, I'm Leandra Riley along with Megan Keating, and this is the first time the UConn Huskies have been in the Palestra since 1991. Now for St. Joe's, it's a home away from home. They're 21-1 in this building. These are friendly off-campus confines. But the real question here, Megan Keating, is can David slay Goliath?
Leander, that is a great question. St. Joseph's is coming off of a really nice win on Thursday night against Virginia. And UConn has been challenged, at least in the first half, of several games this season. St. Joseph's will need to play a perfect basketball game tonight.
Well, speaking of perfect, the perfect player is on the UConn Huskies. Her name is Diana Taurasi. 29 times she's already scored 20 points.
And Diana Taurasi is perhaps one of the most athletic and versatile players in the game. Aside from her ability to drain the long three and get to the basket, Diana Taurasi rebounds. She turns the ball, she forces turnovers, she blocks shots. She has such a unique court vision. Against Arizona State, she has 22 points, shooting over 50% from the field.
Now, on the other side of the ball, the St. Joseph's Hawks, well, head coach Cindy Griffin said on shaking things up, and she benched 2 of her starters and is bringing in 2 new names. She's tired of the rebounding being one and done on the offensive boards.
Well, Thursday evening, Ayanna Cornish and Elizabeth Mohan started for the St. Joseph's Hawks, and Ayanna Cornish, she was an explosive slasher and scorer. She came up big at crucial moments against Virginia. Elizabeth Mohan is a versatile southpaw with an exceptional shooting range. She is so selfless and does all of the little things for the St. Joseph squad. In Cornish's first collegiate start against Virginia, she set a new career high 17 points and collecting 4 steals, and Elizabeth Mohan also set a career high 14 points versus Virginia.
So we have two teams that know success. Of course, one team knows a little bit more than the other, and both teams have all of their starters back from last year. Let's see what these veterans have in store for us when we come back. Starting lineups in the opening tip. Last-minute strategies. She started at Loyola of Maryland, came here. This is her 3rd season with the Hawks. She is 47-21, a very successful program. And I have to say right off the bat, Gino Auriemma did not have enough compliments about Cindy Griffin because he said, I like the way she puts her players on the floor. I like the offenses she runs. This is a real coming program. And he said, I'll be honest with you, I'm nervous. And Cindy Griffin is in the tan suit, blonde hair, clapping her hands. And as I said, this is her 3rd season at the helm. Let's take a look at our starters. We've got the UConn Huskies on the left side of your screen.
Well, we've already mentioned Diana Taurasi, but another tenacious player for the UConn Huskies is number 33, Ann Struther, who is a 6'2" sophomore. She's a preseason All-Big East 2nd team selection. She's a relentless defender, averaging over 10 points per game. On the St. Joseph side, we highlighted 2 new recent starters, Ayanna Cornish and Elizabeth Mohan. But how can we not talk about Stephanie Grab, the 6'2" center. Grab is a leading scorer. She's physical. She was selected to the off-tournament team in the Florida International Tournament earlier in the season. I want to make one little correction. Ann Struther is wearing jersey number 43, not 33.
So as you can see, the St. Joe's Hawks are pumped. They'll be wearing the home team white. Connecticut will be in the dark blue. This is the 6th meeting between these 2 teams. And you would think for schools that have such a long tradition and history that they'd have more meetings. But Connecticut leads the series 3-2, having won in 2002, 97, and in 1992. The wins for St. Joe's were back in the mid-80s. And you are looking at Diana Taurasi. She has a chance to make it into the history books, become a 2-time Wade Trophy winner. Only Nancy Lieberman was the only other player to achieve that feat. So we get ready to jump it off. Dennis DeMayo, William Titus, and Lisa Mattingly are the officials this day. Connecticut going from left to right on your screen. And they control the opening tip. Taurasi dishes it down low to the lady you just mentioned, Ann Struthers, and they make the presence known very fast.
And right off the bat is Diana Taurasi's court vision finding the open player.
Stephanie Graff, number 50 at the top of the key. This is Ayanna Cornish handling the ball now. This is only her 2nd start. McBrien, yes.
The 6-foot sophomore Mara McBrien, she has great size, and she brings that ability to shoot from the perimeter. Gino said one of his concerns is that St. Joseph's bigger players can shoot effectively from outside.
Got her on the travel. Excellent defense by St. Joe's. She tried to split the seam as she went in, but took an extra step.
Jessica Moore trying to go to work, trying to step around. Nice defensive effort. And Brady giving up an open look.
Yeah, I was surprised at that. This is Brady here. This is what Gino was talking about when he said they're very deliberate in their offense. They're very patient. Oh, they tried the old slam it off the other player's knee. It didn't work.
Great hustle by McBrien. That's something that St. Joseph's is known for, is their scrappiness. They're willing to dive on the floor. They have a lot of heart, this Hawk squad.
Cornish providing a lot of pressure on Conley. Traveling again is called, and the inside defense is really effective now for St. Joe's.
Well, that's St. Joseph's biggest focus, is how are they going to defend the defending national champions. Look for a straight-up man-to-man with a little bit of zone mixed up, but they're going to deny Taurasi everything, really face guard.
The lob inside is picked up by Jessica Moore. She gets the steal. Taurasi drives, ball fakes and drops.
Taurasi is known for their ability to drain the threes, but she can take the basket to the hole with the best of them.
Over 21 points a game for Taurasi. That's her average. Nice look inside, but the stuff from behind turns it back over to Connecticut. No look pass goes out to Struthers. Three-pointer doesn't go. Rebounded by St. Joe's. That was Maura McBrien who pulled it down. Cornish kicks it out to the corner. No foul was called. Cornish was trying to get the ball up underhanded.
Talk so much about Diana Taurasi and her ability to drive and penetrate. Little hesitation, and she is just explosive going to the basket.
Brady gets it into Elizabeth Mohan. A very physical game underneath, and they're not calling it.
Well, Graf is very tough inside. She's going to need to be patient on offense.
What a pass by Taurasi. Wow, Taurasi's court vision's unbelievable.
It really is. It is so unique. We've already seen her make 3 tremendous passes in these opening minutes of the game. Jump stop. She just drills it. Look at the way she fires those passes right from the hip.
So Barbara Turner, a 66% free throw shooter, will step to the line to convert the three-point play. (7-3), Connecticut leads St. Joe's.
Connecticut in a straight-up man-to-man defense.
Graf back to Brady. Brady pulls up. Battle for the rebound. Struthers gets it.
And Brady had to adjust her shot in midair with that presence of Turner.
The noble effort as Turner just goes up too strong. That was the foul on Graf.
Nice look inside from Struther. You see Graf coming over with weak side defense, but you didn't quite get your feet planted. You're going to get called for that foul. Graf staying out of foul trouble will be key to the success of the Hawks this afternoon. Although the St. Joseph's bench is deep, Graf really brings that strong, hardworking presence inside.
Turner 2 for 2 from the line. And we haven't even played 3 minutes of basketball. McBrien gets the rebound. 6-foot sophomore. Giving Brady some trouble up at the top. Brady, nice cut back door. Too bad she couldn't convert.
Took herself a little too far away from the basket.
Taurasi lobbing it in, and you can do that when you're, oh. Oh, and it didn't go. Struthers, Moore, and Taurasi had a nice triangle going there. Didn't drop, though. Adam Stephen, the best of them.
Yeah, well, that was a beautiful slash. The weak side help defense came over, but the rest of the defense did not shift to pick up Struther.
Struther gets called for colliding with Cornish.
I'm liking the play of this young freshman, Ayanna Cornish. She has a lot of heart and is not afraid to take it inside.
I think we'd call it chutzpah. I don't think Gino agrees with you that he likes that she's taking it inside. Hey. Cardinal Doherty is her school. And the free throw conversions do not work, but that doesn't rattle Cornish at all. She's all over the UConn ball handlers. Again, no friendly rims for Connecticut in this contest. Elizabeth Mohan. Now, we also call her Hootie, number 5. That's a nickname that has been a family nickname for forever. So if you hear us call Mohan Hootie, we're not making things up here.
Minds,
yeah, right.
Boy, although Strother has left it short a couple times, her athleticism is so impressive. She is so fluid.
You know it's going to go down pretty soon. 8-3 is our score. Connecticut leads St. Joseph's in the early goings here at the Palestra. Happy holidays, everyone. We are playing at the historic Palestra. You see that big Pennsylvania written in red and white on top? That is because the Ivy League plays its game here because this is the home court of the University of Penn. St. Joseph's play here. They boast a 21-1 record. It is a home away from home for them. Although I should add that 17 of those 21 wins came at the hands of Penn. The one loss came to Villanova.
And certainly the Palestra is a mecca, one of the meccas of college basketball. Some historic, exciting games played over the years in this arena.
And the whistle underneath, the push is called against Connecticut. And it'll be on Taurasi. That is her first, team third. A break for St. Joseph's. Ayanna Cornish didn't quite grab the pass, so she had to dribble out. Oh, she thought that Graf was backing up. Taurasi, nice look ahead. Spin move, beautiful look by Jessica Moore. Unfortunately, the basket didn't work, but look at the assist.
Nice pass again coming from Taurasi, firing it inside, but Jessica Moore can't quite finish it off.
A little scoring drought going on for St. Joseph's. They're doing a great job defensively. Up, but they've got to get those shots in, and when they're sent to the line, they've got to convert the free throws.
Well, a lot of pressure on the perimeter, not allowing much penetration.
Three-point shot is good for Maura McBrien. That is 2 trays for her, and they close within 2. That shot clock was down to 4 seconds. It was getting close.
Cindy Griffin says McBrien is a tireless worker. She never stops.
Turner goes for 3, and it doesn't drop, but she hustles after her and gets her own rebound. You know, I thought Maura McBrien did something really smart. She didn't go after the loose ball. She kept herself on Taurasi in case there was going to be a breakaway by her.
Well, Leander, that is the game plan. She has the defensive assignment of guarding Taurasi, and she has been instructed, you do not leave her, you do not help, you do not peek on defense, you're face guarding. That's it.
And even that doesn't help. Taurasi already has 4 points. Brady goes off the pick, tries to split the seam, and falling down, coughs it up. Easy conversion by Barbara Turner. 6 points for her, and St. Joe's calls a timeout because there's adjustments to be made.
Well, there you saw on that UConn defense, they double-teamed, tied Brady up a little bit, and then the turnover. But UConn has been doing it offensively. Nice little feed inside to Taurasi, slashing down the lane, getting a little ahead of McBrien. And there you see that defensive effort, the double team on Brady and Barbara Turner there, getting right into the passing lanes and converting on the other end.
Well, that's what kills you with Connecticut. Their defense is so stifling. They create turnovers. They just create them.
Well, they force them, and then they capitalize by getting out in the open court.
Well, they're 7-0. They're actually on a 13-game winning streak when you incorporate the 6 wins to wrap up last season. But so far, they've off Western Michigan, Florida State, Holy Cross, Siena, Pepperdine, USC giving them quite a scare. And
in fact, at one point they were down by 15 points.
Amazing.
Versus USC. That was the largest deficit since they lost to Notre Dame in the national championship back in '01. So a little bit of a scare for this Husky squad out in California.
All right, St. Joe's needs to protect the ball. They've got 5 turnovers. UConn's only got 2.
UConn coming out of that timeout in a zone.
Both teams showing different looks as often as possible. And a quick whistle will be on Jessica Moore. That is her second foul.
The 2 points, the 2 shots that St. Joseph's have scored, both coming from McBride, have been from the perimeter. UConn making the adjustment, going to a zone, perhaps with the intention of trying to put a little pressure out on the perimeter.
It's Amra Mehmedic. She has entered the game in that last timeout. Mehmedic is a 5'8" senior, wearing number 12. Stephanie Graff with the ball now, trying to back in. The right-handed sky hook doesn't go, and Taurasi is bringing it up for the Huskies. Turner gets the rebound. And they're going to call a jump ball. It was tied up thanks to the freshman, Ayanna Cornish.
And smart for Cornish not to get her body involved. She just pulled back with her hand. There you see the real nice feed inside to Ashley Battle, and the block from behind by Cornish. St. Joseph's wants to try to control the tempo. They don't want UConn to be able to get many fast break opportunities, and they want to just keep this game in their control.
And there's Battle with the steal. She's got Cornish in front of her. Good defense. Drove her a little too deep. Couldn't convert the basket.
UConn missing some chippies inside so far.
Whoa. No call. No call. Oh. One-handed pass, didn't even catch it, but again, no chippy inside. You're right. And again, a jump ball is called. So the easy baskets seem to be a problem for UConn, but again, we're saying they can't convert.
Well, this is textbook passing. You see the no-look from Taurasi, the touchback pass across court. You practice that. You practice that. The three down the court, give, go, give, go. Nice execution, but just couldn't finish it.
Liz Sherwood in the game for the Huskies, number 34, just a freshman. And let's see what St. Joe's has on this possession. Krasnosiok is also in the game for St. Joe's. Down low, that's Graff trying to go up strong, and I think they got the freshman, Sherwood.
Even though St. Joseph's has decided to have Cornish and Mohan start the game, they need a little height from the likes of Krasnosiok. Here, see the entry pass to Graff. Nice job of using your body to try to draw the foul. Gets Graff to the line.
Graff at the line, a 71% shooter. Free throws, they need them. If they're getting sent to the line, they've got to convert these free throws. That's the 15th foul against Connecticut. Ashley Battle has to tie her sneaker, and Cindy Griffin, she's chewing the life out of that gum. Converts the second, so it is now a 5-point deficit for the St. Joseph's Hawks as Taurasi gives a look back to Coach Oriema to see what he wants him to do. Battle up top. This is Morgan Valley, back to Taurasi. Pull up is good. I tell you what you do when the chippies aren't going, you go to Taurasi.
Well, she knows her role too. She is such a smart player that she knows when she can step up. She knows when to allow her teammates to get into the action. But Taurasi's so good off the dribble.
Good defense by Taurasi, deflected it, but St. Joe's wound up back with the ball. Patience, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Mehmedic, baseline, nice pass to Graff, who just gets jammed inside. Krasnosiok tries it, no.
Second over the back call for Krasnosiok.
And that is her first foul, and 3 on the team. So our score is 14-7. St. Joseph's, though, hanging tough, even though they trail by 7. Welcome. welcome back. The Connecticut Huskies are shooting 38% from the field. St. Joe's, though, is shooting 20% from the field. So St. Joe's needs to pump up its offense if they want to run with the Huskies. At 38% shooting, UConn still has double the score of St. Joe's at 14-7. And as you can see, the Connecticut Huskies are very proud of Diana Taurasi. They're in the holiday spirit, and they made the trek from Storrs to Philly. There's the field goal percentage, 6 of 14, 0 for 8. Sherwood tries the turnaround, it doesn't go. Mehmedic bringing it up, but she does not have numbers and wisely kicks it back out.
Stephanie Graf really banging inside defensively against Sherwood. That's a good battle going on inside on both ends of the court.
Kelly Springman has entered the game. That was Stephanie Graf who will go to the line. The foul was on Ashley Battle.
And Stephanie Graf is outsized inside, but it doesn't mean she's out-muscled. She's working so hard. She gets nice position there. You see a little isolation inside. The help defense coming and committing the foul.
That's the first foul on Battle, 6 on the UConn Huskies. Graf is 50% from the line tonight, 71% for the season.
Talking with Cindy Griffin, she said typically Graf is pretty consistent from the free throw line, but struggled on Thursday night against Virginia, shooting only 6 for 11 from the free throw stripe.
It took a long way home, but it got there. Still a 50% shooter tonight. 14-8 is our score. Battle Strother. Turner in the game. Turner pulls up. No one was in her face. Why not?
I don't think you can give Turner that much room. Irina Krasnosiuk was sagged too far into the lane, not giving Turner the respect she deserves for her outside shot.
See, now here's part of the problem for Connecticut. They play Krasnosiuk very high. They're hoping to pull the defender out from under the post, and that would be Liz Sherwood.
Well, it allows St. Joseph's to open up their offense a little bit. Because Krasnosiuk is a threat from the perimeter, you have to respect that and step out. That causes matchup problems. Gino admitted that at the top of the game to us.
Whoa, that's just went up for a shot. Taurasi falling away. No, and the rebound by little Aaron Brady. Elizabeth Mohan, Krasnosiuk, and Mehmedic. That's the perimeter here. Brady wheels in. The one-hander, no. Loose ball, and it's grabbed by Maria Conlon.
And Hootie Mohan tying things up. As you watch the battling going on inside, Stephanie Graf constantly battling, trying to get position. There you see her falling to the ground, getting herself right back up again. She's working so hard inside.
Faith Gross has entered the game for St. Joe's. Quick release by Krasnosiuk, and she gets the tray. That's the third 3 for St. Joe's, but still they trail by 6. Taurasi.
And there you see the charismatic nature of Diana Taurasi. She scores on the backdoor layup and then just kind of touches the cheeks of the referee afterwards. But watch this backdoor pass. It epitomizes the type of offense that UConn has. A little bit of hang time, lays it up on the glass. Nice backdoor look. Look at the, there we go. That's what it's all about.
Back to the basket, Morgan Valley. Good hesitation move. Nice defense by St. Joe's. But you got to credit Strother. I mean, the ball wasn't even in her hands. I swear she shot that with her wrist and it went in. Good concentration, good focus.
Strother, only a sophomore, has such great hands and feet. But it's her ability to move. I mean, she has just such athletic moves when it comes to her plays inside.
The pass to Aaron Brady was just a little too far ahead of her. Huskies getting an easy opportunity to put more points on the board.
St. Joseph's already with 8 turnovers on the half. Playing a little sloppy, playing into the hands of this tenacious UConn defense.
20-10 is our score. We're inside the 9-minute mark. Shot from the corner does not go for Morgan Valley. 6-foot senior. Turner and Conlon on the floor along with Taurazi.
Look how spread out their offense is.
Sure. Conlon, no, three-pointer doesn't go. Rebounded by Faith Gross, the sophomore of St. Joseph's. Brady and Conlon. Deflected away by Morgan Valley. The lefty pull-up by Elizabeth Mohan. Hootie gets her first basket of the ball game. You know, there's 4 lefties on the St. Joseph's team, and you're a lefty. Look at that, points in the paint. That's the first one for St. Joe's. Talk about UConn packing it in.
Well, and every time St. Joseph's has tried to do anything in the paint, whether it's a pass in an interior passing and a post move or a slashing, UConn is just making it so tough getting their hands in the passing lanes. That time
that foul was on Hootie Mohan. That's her first. Team 5th. Strother converts the first. Taurazi comes out. And misses the second. 21-12. Inside the 8-minute mark. First half here at the Palestra in Philadelphia. I'm Leandra Riley along with Megan Keating. This is the 6th meeting between these two teams. And an unfriendly rim for Faith Gross as she pulls up. Had a nice look, but it just didn't go. Battle weaves her way in, kicks it back out. Still the shots are not dropping. Loose ball, Connecticut comes up with it. The old slam it off the leg. And we're going to step aside at 21-12. Taurazi.
That back
2,
door.
4, 6, 8, 9 points for her. Take a look at her talking to the ref. Merry Christmas, she's saying. Welcome back. Here's the tail of the tape. UConn shooting 36%, well below their standard, but look down at the St. Joseph's line, 29%. Connecticut with 6 steals. St. Joseph's only been able to pluck off 2. Offensive rebounds are also a big story. Connecticut has 7, St. Joe's has 2. Second chance points, Connecticut putting it back up 5 times, where St. Joe's is 1 and done. They're getting no offensive boards. Battle, Strother, Conlon, all in the game for the Huskies, as is Morgan Valley. She kicks it down low, and Turner converts.
Such a nice look. Turner holding her position on the low block. Faith Gross just missing the defensive assignment. You need to keep yourself in between the ball and your defender.
10 points for Turner in this game, leading scorer for the Huskies at this juncture. Oh, she had the look, should have gone. Anna Cornish. Shot clock down to 5. Amra Mehmedic fires one up. It's an air ball, and it'll be a shot clock violation.
Credit the UConn Huskies for really taking St. Joseph's out of their comfort zone. Not able to get into any kind of an offensive rhythm. You really see them struggling to even get open looks.
10 turnovers for St. Joseph's, and you can see how disruptive Connecticut is to what they're trying to do on the floor.
Coach Griffin is trying to send in different players, trying to find a group that's going to connect and gel this afternoon.
Maura McBrien back in the game for St. Joe's. Well, you can't give her that kind of time. Morgan Valley logs the 3. She averages 3 points per game. She just hit her average with one swing, one shot.
Well, this is the first year that Morgan Valley is actually healthy. She's battled foot problems over the years. She's excited to be playing and into the rotation, nice and healthy.
And down low, Mehmedic comes up with the ball for St. Joe's. 26-12 is the score. 5:54 on the clock. McBrien getting it down low. Skip pass goes out. Pull up. Oh, doesn't go for Brady. Traveling is called against Strother, so it will be St. Joseph's ball underneath. 6 turnovers for Connecticut now. So St. Joe's is forcing some mistakes out of the Huskies, but not enough to make a difference in the score. A 14-point difference. Graf playing up high. She's at the free throw line, kicks it down low. Hootie Mohan lost the handle, but she was fouled. Morgan Valley is whistled for her first.
Nice ball movement by the Hawks.
On the team.
Graf with the look down low to Hootie Mohan. Nice effort inside.
So we're in the bonus. And that's exactly what St. Joe's needs to do. If they're going to get sent to the line and they're already in the bonus, they need to convert.
Well, if you look at the stats from the game the other night versus Virginia, everything was pretty evenly matched in that game, except St. Joseph's went to the free throw line a whole heck of a lot more than Virginia. They went to the line 37 times. That was really the difference in the game.
From the corner, Barbara Turner. 13 points for her, and Taurazi comes to the scoring bench to check back into the game inside the 5-minute mark. Mamitic, yes, it rattles, but it goes.
Boy, at first I was concerned that was a dangerous cross-court pass, and the way UConn's been playing this suffocating defense, I thought, here we go.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Battle tosses one up there, and it goes in. A 3-pointer for Ashley Battle. That's her first basket. So 32-17 is our score. And the big story here, defense.
And UConn, with the ability to get into the passing lanes, they've been reading defensively so well, forcing St. Joe's to turn over the ball. And there you see Taurazi taking it to the hole. And of course, it's the block shot ability that Taurazi also brings to the game. And there you see collapsing on Brady once she picks up the dribble and converting on the opposite end. It's those passes from the top of the key that have been dangerous too. When you turn over the ball that high at the top of the key, UConn is off to the races.
You can see they average almost 10 steals per game. They're already at 7, and we haven't hit halftime yet. So St. Joseph's has to do a better job protecting the ball. Some more ball fakes, pump fakes, a little more movement, more slashing. They've got to come to the ball.
Come to the ball, set better screens, and don't pick up your dribble too soon. It seems like the guards on the perimeter are picking up their dribble a little too soon and then forced to make a dangerous pass.
Well, they're 3 for 3 outside the arc, 2 of 14 inside. Taurazi off the bench grabs the rebound. The disruption continues. This time it is Elizabeth Mohan who is whistled for her second foul as she hits Taurazi in the loose ball scramble. 16 fouls on St. Joseph's.
The Huskies doing a nice job of making St. Joe's force up a shot against the shot clock. They put up a lot of last-second shots off balance.
Brady and Mohan are out. Kelly Springman is in the game, along with Maura McBrien, Amra Mamitic, Ayana Cornish, and Stephanie Graf. Looking for a little give and go. And I think they're going to get Stephanie Graf. The strong post-up move by Liz Sherwood doesn't go.
Stephanie Graf listed at 6'2", Liz Sherwood at 6'4". Definitely a height advantage, a bit of a size advantage. Graf doing everything she can to keep Sherwood off the glass.
And Sherwood misses the first.
Liz Sherwood, a high school teammate of Ann Struther. So you have 2 sisters, 2 high school teammates, as did the chemistry of this Husky squad.
They go way back. Don't you go way far away. 33-17. We'll be back with more after this. We are 3 minutes and 49 seconds away from halftime here at the Palestra, where Connecticut leads St. Joe's 33-17. Our halftime festivities include a profile of Hawks guard Aaron Brady. Plus, we have the preseason polls for both the Atlantic 10 and the Big East. And of course, we will have scores, highlights, and stats from the first half of this contest. Now, what can St. Joe's do to get back into this ballgame?
Well, they need to really take care of every possession. They're making some sloppy passes. The receivers aren't coming to the ball, and sometimes the guards are picking their dribble up a little too soon. I'm noticing that they're just not playing with the type of confidence that they played with on Thursday night. Stop being intimidated, relax, and play ball.
Now, you like to see Liz Sherwood down on the floor scrambling for the loose ball. Finally, we get a jump ball, and it squeaks out and goes the other way between Morgan Valley and Ayanna Cornish. You know, when you look at points in the paint, Connecticut has 16. St. Joe's has 2. St. Joe's just unable to penetrate against these Huskies. And we're having a little floor mopping down on the St. Joe's basket.
The Huskies are also collecting a lot of their points inside off of offensive boards, but they're getting so much movement and so much slashing into the lane and backdoor opportunities. St. Joe's just isn't doing those types of things.
And Taurasi is really getting into wriggling room with Maura McBrien. A lot of struggling going on in the paint. 3-second violation is called against Liz Sherwood. She was in the paint just a little too long. A lot of muscling going on down there.
Well, you saw Taurasi trying to set a back screen for Sherwood, hoping to get her teammate open. Taurasi was hanging out down there a little bit, but it was almost like Taurasi clogged up Sherwood and forced her to stay in the lane.
Remedic with Taurasi on her. Drives, kicks it out. Oh, tough break for Irena Krasnosiok of St. Joe's.
Beautiful feed by Memedic to draw the defender. Irena Krasnosiok holding her ground.
Turner. So Turner's really been lighting it up here. She has 15 points.
Such a creative scorer. She scores in such a variety of ways.
Look at that defense. Look at that defense. Where do you go with that? And these St. Joseph players have got to move. They've got to slash.
Yes.
Come to the ball.
You almost saw the hesitation there by Krasnosiok, not crashing the board hard. She was timid.
Another traveling call. That's the third one against Connecticut in this ball game. Credit St. Joseph's defense, making them hesitate before they pull up on their shots. 8th turnover. Now, St. Joseph's needs to convert the few Connecticut mistakes that are being made into points. Memedic, her shot is short. Conlon to Battle, to Turner, to 2.
It's in the open court that this Husky team thrives, and they get a lot of energy and momentum when they can capitalize on a turnover and get out in the open court. They pass and spread the court so well.
These fast break points are killing them.
They sure are, and they just run the lane so well. The passing ability of Ashley Battle to Turner, and Turner just running the lanes, keeping the spacing appropriate.
And talk about unrealistic expectations. If somebody told you that your average lead at halftime would be 41-26, I'd say there's no way I could live up to that. And here Connecticut is doing just that. And people are actually disappointed when they don't see those kind of numbers. Here it is 37-17 as we close in on the halfway point.
Leandra, that is so true, that there's almost this element of the expectations are so high with this Husky squad this year, returning all 5 starters, national champions. People expect them to be blowing every team off the court, and when they're not and it's close, they think, geez, are the Huskies struggling? Not true at all. This team is talented. In fact, Gino said they're actually further along this season and a better team this season than they were at this stage of the game a year ago.
37-17. And this is what Cindy Griffin said she's going to do. Give them some different looks defensively. Just a little bit of pressure getting the ball in. McBride letting her think she was going to have a little full court pressure there, and they drop back quickly. No look pass off the hands of one of the St. Joe's players, and it's a break for the Hawks. Nice catch by Aaron Brady. McBride to Mehmedic. Graf gets it back down low to Brady, and that is Brady's first basket of the ball game. Now, she averages 9 points per game, but she's been quiet here. Sherwood playing up high with Graf all over her. Taurasi rolls in, bounces it down low. Battle, yes.
And Aaron Brady doing everything she can to try to defend Battle down low. Battle just too strong and athletic down on the post. Look how far out the UConn defense is taking St. Joe's.
Outside shot, three-pointer, no. Battle for the rebound. Underneath.
Well, Ann Struther has a couple of inches over Mara McBride. McBride doing her best to try to rebound, but got tangled up with Struther.
I'll tell you, her arm was dangerously exposed on that, too. I thought her shoulder was going to get hurt. Struther on the line. She's 1 for 2 so far in this game.
Struther 1-on-1.
And she'll get the bonus. .67% free throw shooter. She's 66% right now. So here come the Hawks, 22 seconds, 40-19. From a morale standpoint, they need to score going into the locker room. That gives you confidence to do that. Stuffed by Sherwood, single-handed from behind. Wow. Sherwood creates problems. Battle, did you see that shot? Woo!
What athleticism taking the ball to the hole, but all created by Sherwood. Just that strong, imposing presence inside, just stifling Aaron Brady's penetration.
She almost said to her, not in my world. And how about Barbara Turner? What a game she's having. 17 points for her, a season high, and it's only halftime. Our score, 42-19. The Huskies are on top, but don't go away. We've got lots of things in store for you at the half. Statistics tell the story. Connecticut shooting 52% from the field to St. Joe's 26%.
Well, UConn right on par with their season average. St. Joe's significantly below their average. And really, I mean, the story right now is that the points in the paint and the turnovers. St. Joseph's not taking care of the ball. Credit that to the UConn defense really forcing them out of their comfort zone and then converting on the opposite side.
And the points in the paint as well. Connecticut has 24 points inside. That interior defense of St. Joe's needs a bigger presence. But it's very hard to stifle so many weapons that Gino Auriemma has at his disposal.
And clearly they have a height advantage as well, and that's going to be a big factor. You see, Jessica Moore is not even playing Graf behind. She's really fronting her 3/4, not even allowing that pass to come inside to begin with.
Elizabeth Mohan gets it down to Graf, and it goes in, and they open the second half with 2 points. Stephanie Graf now has 4 in the game.
Real nice roll by Graf going to the hoop, and Strother there with the weak side defense, but not enough.
Barbara Turner trying to battle underneath.
2 blocks
Good
for St.
defense.
Joe's. Very
Good
nice.
defense. Scramble on the floor for the loose ball. Finally, I think sometimes the officials wait too long to blow that whistle, because that's where people get hurt. When they're on the floor like that and it's tied up, I don't know. You just see legs flying, and I'm so afraid someone's going to get kicked in the face. Taurasi so steady out there. Look at her pointing where she wants the next player to pass the ball. Good ball movement by Connecticut. Turner slashing through the lane. Gets it down low. Jessica Moore.
That was probably one of the first times where you didn't see UConn crashing the offensive board. Turner was left in there alone, and St. Joe's there to grab the defensive board.
Off Taurasi's foot. What hustle by Elizabeth Mohan, but what greater hustle by Taurasi to come crawling back to tie it up. Wow.
Taurasi coming up a little slow from that, but you see Hootie Mohan gets tied up a little bit. Both players diving for the ball. Taurasi diving right back. Hootie Mohan with the presence of mind. You know, you can't stand up there. You need to be careful you don't call for a travel. It almost looked like she was going to motion for a timeout, but thought, well, let me see if I can get this into the hands of my
somebody. Nice pull-up. No, doesn't go for Brady.
Real nice pull-up by Brady, but I'm sensing so much hesitation. She seems to alter her shot in the air because of the defensive presence.
Taurasi's called for the travel, stepped before she put the ball down.
She knew it. She threw back the ball right away and started marching down the other end.
10th turnover for Connecticut. So St. Joseph's is forcing them to make some mistakes, but they just can't convert those mistakes into points for the Hawks. This is Brady trying to get it inside to Graff, who kicks it right back out to the freshman Cornish. Wasn't called for the steps, got the basket. First basket of the ball game. Her presence has been great.
Yeah, well, that was a great dribble drive by Cornish because Struther is so quick she gets back out to the corner to contest the shot, and that's when Cornish made her move to the hoop.
Skip pass goes out to Conlon, who goes for three. And that is her first basket of the ball game. 45-23 is the score.
I think Struther wanted that back after she passed it and she cut through the lane, but she said, we'll take the three from the perimeter from Conlon. That works.
It's a team sport.
I'm seeing off the bat in the second half, St. Joseph's being a little more aggressive when it comes to attacking on offense. You see Cornish the second time this half where she's attacking right to the hoop. And there you see, that was 2 times ago, not this past time, but 2 times ago when Cornish takes it to the hole and converts.
As Moore is whistled for her 3rd foul. She's shooting 2. Cornish makes the first. She went to the free throw line in the first half and missed both. This is the second one here, 45-24. Loose ball hustle. Connecticut comes up with it. Conlon decks it out to Struther. 3. First 3-pointer in the game for Struther.
That is a shooter's touch. Did you see the rotation coming off of that ball as Struther's let that fly?
You knew it was going in when it left her hands. Again, quick hands. You got to credit Turner with that excellent defensive effort. She had 17 first half points. She had 8 rebounds in the first half. She's really having a career night here if she keeps it up at this pace.
Well, when the St. Joseph's guards are picking up their dribble far out from the action, UConn is double teaming and tying them up.
Look at the turnover story. Today they've already got 16. They averaged 15 for the season. They still have 16.5 minutes to play. Turner's basket doesn't drop. We have a foul on the ground.
McBrien frustrated there. She was called for a clearing out foul. It looked like St. Joseph's was going to have an opportunity for one of their few fast breaks, but whistled back.
2 fouls on McBrien. Struther again with that nice look and that sweet stroke. Back-to-back threes for number 43, the 6'2 sophomore out of Castle Rock.
She's so dangerous because she can drain that 3, but she has such a quick first step, and with interior moves, it's very hard to match up.
And just a sophomore, as I said, in a preseason Naismith Player of the Year nominee. So we are going to step aside with our score at 51-24. The clock says 16-27. Let's see what St. Joe's can do. Welcome back. It is 51-24. Our clock says 16-27. We are at the Palestra. Keep your eye on number 43. No one there on defense. She's going to take the shot. There's the first of back-to-back threes.
And Ann Struther's size and her quickness makes her virtually impossible to guard. There you see another 3 deep in the corner. She is so talented and so smooth, and again, only a sophomore.
She's also a preseason All-Big East 2nd team pick. She keeps firing up like that. She'll be on the 1st team. St. Joe's needs to shoot more. They need to get more offense up there. This is Hootie Mohan. Also on the floor is Kelly Springman. Springman averages 4 points per game. She has none so far.
Graf was not set yet. She was not ready to receive that pass. Springman trying to force that in before Graf came across the lane to really establish position and show for the ball.
You know, Graf averages 11.8 points per game. She's a team leading scorer, and she's got 2 points so far in this contest as Amra Medic comes back in for St. Joe's. Now she averages 8 points and has 3. And I'm saying all these numbers to show you who's not scoring for St. Joe's. They've got to start firing it up. Turner down to Moore. Gonna get the offensive on her. Jessica Moore whistled for her 4th foul.
And Amra Medic doing a nice job of getting her feet set, shifts over on the pass, and draws the offensive foul.
Medic traveling.
You know, she came off that high screen by Graf, and I think she was hoping that Graf would then roll. Graf not even able to roll to the hoop.
So we're going to take a timeout. It is 51-24 at 15:47 in the ball game. We have more after this. Welcome back. In control and on a roll. Connecticut 51-24 over St. Joe's. Top 25 teams in action. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. There you see the top 25. Connecticut #1. They've been #1 in the polls for so long, followed by Tennessee, Texas Tech, and Duke. Nice cut inside. Deflected away by St. Joe's, and here come the Hawks with a chance to put some points up. Another uncharacteristic turnover by the Huskies. This is Kelly Springman handling the ball. Medic shoots wide right.
Well, she's a lefty, and Struther came around to recover on her left side. It looks like her shot was off, and thinking that Struther was coming up upon her.
Conlon getting it up to Struther. Over in the corner to Taurasi. Turner, little flick pass over to Valley. And Morgan Valley gets her first basket of the second half. She now has 5 points in the ball game.
And that ball movement, the quick passes, they just picked apart that defense that St. Joe showed them.
Again, good ball movement, good patience, trying to get a good look. Cornish trying to do some moves, but not to be. Graf is foul, whistled for the foul.
Well, Cornish driving the lane. Struther with a nice block with her left hand after Cornish tries to make a move to the hoop. And that set, St. Joseph's brought everyone out. It looked like they were clearing out the lane, allowing for the penetration by Cornish. Even Graf was out high.
Excellent ball. Look at the cut by Taurasi.
Cornish just could not even keep up with Taurasi, slashing through the lane. Nice entry pass, and Taurasi with the finish.
Well, Taurasi did a great job, I think, of changing her tempo. She was jogging, I'll say, and then boom, she just, put on the afterburners and fired into that lane. And
Leandra, her off-the-ball movement is so amazing. She knows where to position herself at all times and when to explode and when to let up.
Shot from the corner from Medic doesn't drop. Taurasi bringing it up. Turner back to Taurasi. Three-pointer, good. And speaking of sweet strokes, that is the first outside basket we've seen by Taurasi. She is 19 of 40 on the season, now 20 of 41.
Looked like that was the first time that St. Joseph's didn't have a player in her face following her around. She really was able to get wide open.
Medic struggling from that corner. They've got to get the weak side rebounds, though. If she's going to launch it from the corner, they've got to be there. Look at that. Even with a hand in her face, Taurasi can launch the trays.
She's saying, you need to play me out here. Where am I? McMedic just gave her a little bit of an opening, and Taurasi is money.
A 16-0 run. And there is a three-pointer that drops. That's the first tray launched by Cootie Mohan. And Mohan now has 7 points.
Well, Mohan does have long-range ability. I've seen her nail down threes from a foot or two behind the arc.
And Struther was 2 baskets from outside the arc, gets 2 inside. Nice wheeling and dealing by her inside the paint.
Isn't she fluid? She's
very,
so fluid.
Very. And you have to keep reminding yourself she's young. She plays like she's a senior. Medic tries again from the corner. 0 for 3 from that spot.
Well, her shot is flat. She's not getting enough arc. You got to use your legs a little more and get that up.
A quasi alley-oop, bounce back to Turner.
Boy, it's the court vision of the UConn Huskies this afternoon. It is a passing display. Usually we look to Diana Taurasi to make all these amazing passes, but Morgan Valley has been putting up some real nice numbers in the assist column.
The Medic tries cutting to the lane, but there were 2 UConn Huskies in front of her. Valley got the ball, gave it to Taurasi. Ashley Valley scores the tray. So she comes in off the bench and makes her presence known. 5'9" junior guard. And she gets her name in the book. It's 68-27 as UConn is pulling away from the St. Joseph Hawks.
The catch to Morgan Valley. Now I'm going to be unselfish and pass it to my other teammate. I mean, this is just a display inside the Barbara Turner. Such unselfishness, always looking for the best opportunity for a look at the hoop.
A 23-3 run in the last 5 minutes and 7 seconds by the UConn Huskies has exploded this score to 68-27. Here is Connecticut's upcoming schedule. They will play NC State. Then they play the number 4 team in the nation, Duke. And then they are at West Virginia, play Georgetown, Notre Dame, Boston College as they roll through their Big East schedule. Middle of January has them playing Rutgers, so they have 3 ranked teams all coming up in the Big East as the month of January moves on. The Hawks, meanwhile, are gearing up for their Hawk Classic. They've invited Stony Brook, George Mason, and UNC Charlotte. And they will open with Stony Brook. And here come the Huskies. Here's the field goal shooting from beyond the arc. Connecticut 3 of 8 in the first half. St. Joe's was 3 of 5, but in the second half, a very different story. Connecticut perfect from beyond the arc. St. Joe's just 20%.
Well, St. Joe's has shifted their defense. They've shown a lot more zone in the second half. When you play a zone, it allows perimeter shooters to get off their 3. And that's what the UConn Huskies have done, going 6 for 6 in the second half beyond the arc.
We're getting our first look at Whitney French, the 5'10" freshman wearing number 1 for St. Joe's. Krasnosiok shooting from the same spot Amra Mamedic was. And she misses it. And they are going to whistle the wraparound arms on Ayanna Cornish. That is her 2nd foul. And we are going to take a break. 68-27 is our score with 11.5 minutes remaining to be played. In the red sweater, holding little Kaylee. Katie looks a little fussy, and I think her mom's a little fussy too. Why are they fussy? Look at the ball movement.
UConn's ability to move the ball, especially if St. Joe's is showing a zone. Their ball movement is tremendous. They get the defense to shift. They look for the open players. The passing has been tremendous. There you see that feed by Struther, and even more unselfish Morgan Valley over to Turner.
And here we are back at live action. You are looking at Ashley Valley and Ashley Battle. Morgan Valley on the floor, and Liz Sherwood with a spin around move, getting now 3 points in the game. She had a free throw in the first half to go with that basket right there. Whitney French, the freshman guard out of New Minas, Nova Scotia. Krasnosiok getting it over to Cornish. Faith Gross on the floor. Again, a lot of pump fakes, but nobody's shooting. And we have 2 people scrambling for the ball. And that'll be called on Ashley Valley. That is her 1st foul. 3 on the team.
More of an inexperienced lineup right now for St. Joseph's, with Faith Gross only a sophomore.
French only a freshman. McBrien a sophomore. Yeah, very young team out here. Got to shoot. They've only had 3 points in the last 6 minutes.
And look at this tenacious defense. They can't even get a look inside. You can't get any penetration. It's hard to get a shot off against a swarming Husky defense.
Well, Gross has Sherwood all over her. She was able to get a shot up, but it was off its mark. Didn't really get a clear look at the basket. Taurasi pulls back, lets her team set up. This is Morgan Valley. And number 2 is Ashley Valley, her sister. Ashley Battle tries to get into Sherwood, but it is deflected away by Krasnoshio.
Nice defense by Krasnoshio, fronting the defender, watching the pass come in.
Well, the St. Joseph players have got to move more, slash more, come to the ball. They've got to lose their defenders. They're a little too stationary, and the defense is having its way.
Well, they're bringing Krasnoshio up to the high post. Initially, I thought they were going to try to do a little high-low, but it's just so tough inside because Faith Gross is trying to post up against Sherwood, and you can't really get a high-low game going with that kind of defense inside.
Well, the shot clock shouldn't have sounded there because she did hit the iron. 70-27 is our score. Battle getting it to Morgan Valley. The lob inside to Sherwood doesn't work. Another turnover. And if nothing else, St. Joe's can pride itself on the turnovers that they have forced UConn into making. Cornish gets stripped. Morgan Valley with the ball goes through 3 St. Joseph's defenders. 20 turnovers. Incredible number.
Great defense by Morgan Valley. Just slapped her hand right down on the ball as Cornish was driving the lane.
Taurasi going in. Does she ever miss?
Well, those two are very good friends, Morgan Valley and Diana Taurasi. So I'm sure their chemistry and the body language set up that backdoor play perfectly.
10 second-half points for Taurasi to go with the 8 in the first half. She's at 18. Oh, Cornish almost wasn't ready for that. Krasnoshio goes down to French, who pulls one up, but draws the foul. And that's Morgan Valley's second foul. And French will go to the line. She has not attempted a free throw yet this season. She does average a rebound, doesn't get a whole lot of playing time, but these are important minutes for her. 3 new Huskies coming in. Robinson, Marin, and Taurasi comes out to a big ovation, as does Ashley Battle and Morgan Valley.
Coach Gino Ariama high-fiving his core players as they come off the court.
How's this for a stat? Taurasi was 80% from the field, 8 of 10. 18 points with Taurasi. Kiana Robinson in the game for the Huskies. Ashley Valley, no. Rebounded by McBrien. 72-27 is the score as we approach the 8-minute mark.
You've got to find the seams against the zone. UConn's showing a zone, get some movement, find the seams, run some slashes through the lane. You've got to get that defense to shift to capitalize on opportunities to score.
McBrien's three-pointer doesn't go. Shot clock is down to 24. Ashley Valley is handling the ball for the Huskies. This is Robinson, tangled up by French. The turnaround by Jessica Moore.
Rudy Mohan giving her a little too much room. You've got to play her a little tighter. She has that range, and she'll take the shot if she's open.
That's the first basket for Moore. Cornish pulls up. Can't seem to find her mark this day. Baseline drives are just not going in for her. Mehmedic checks back into the game, and we are going to step aside with our score at 74-27 here at the Palestra. Status, because he certainly is chasing Pat Summitt in her legendary status, but she's not throwing in the towel just yet. She has got a recruiting class coming in next year to, second to none. So it'll be a very interesting next 3 or 4 years. 19 seasons versus 30. Look at the national championships, the conference titles, and they've both been coach of the year. Gino Auriemma, what an exemplary job he has done with the UConn Huskies. All of the games are sold out in stores. The fan base is unbelievable, and Sherwood's shot was just incredible. Sherwood making her presence known. She's just a 6'4" freshman out of Castle Rock. getting some important minutes here. And the exciting thing is you have two really powerful programs, and that's what makes women's basketball so exciting. You know, it's the Gino and Pat controversy. It's the Gino and Pat competition. But they really respect each other professionally.
Oh, sure.
You know,
and the rivalry
it's a great rivalry.
The rivalry is so healthy, and they both have such great senses of humor about it as well. And certainly each coach respects the other and the programs that they've continued to build. And that's what it's all about, folks. It's about competition and raising the bar and making each other better.
So the UConn faithful making the trip from Stores to the Palestra here in Philadelphia. And that's what we need a little more of from Irina Krasnosiuk. That is her first 3 of the ball game. She now has 5 points. You know, we said in the beginning of the telecast that the Connecticut Huskies have not been in the Palestra since 1991. That is when the Palestra was the site of the East Region. And they put together back-to-back wins. And Gino told us before the game, he knew that outcome was going to happen. He knew he was going to win the East Region. And what was his reason?
Well, his birthday is March 23rd. He said in February of that year, he looked at the matchups, at the seedings, and he said, we're going to go to Philadelphia, March 21st and the 23rd. My birthday's the 23rd, and we're going to win. And he really felt that, even before Penn State was knocked out. Actually, a great article this morning in the Philadelphia Inquirer by Mel Greenberg with a big picture of Megan Pattison, who was on that 1991 team.
I'm sure people can, you know, probably go online to the Philadelphia Inquirer.
Go to Philly.com and pull that article up. It's really neat. And Leandra and I were talking to Mel Greenberg before the game, and he said, boy, isn't that interesting? And a big article about UConn, and we didn't mention Taurasi.
Pretty hard to do. This is a season high in three-point shooting for Connecticut. That tray by Ashley Valley gave Connecticut their 10th three-pointer. Krasnosiuk tries to answer back. Look at Sherwood in there, just swatting it down.
Sherwood does not have to do a lot when she's inside against players who are that much smaller. She really does not have to lean forward much at all. If you just stand and keep those arms straight up, it's such a dominating presence. I would almost call it the scare factor. She doesn't even need to block shots, but if she scares them away, that's good enough.
So Sherwood is whistled for the foul. Ashley Battle will come in, replacing Sherwood.
Some real nice minutes by Liz Sherwood.
Yep. High fives for her. Good job in there.
You know, she actually had knee surgery back in October. She had tweaked it early on in the season. So for her to be running up and down the court as healthy as she is with that minor knee surgery, that's always a good thing to see.
And her playing time because of it has been limited as she works her way back into things. Jessica Moore. 83-31 with 4:45 to go. Amra Mehmedic. French giving it a look. Back to French. Shot clock down to 15. French, the lefty, no. And it is grabbed by Moore. Here come the Huskies. Ashley coming up the side. Ashley Valley lobbing it inside, but she lands out of bounds. Tough break for Ashley Battle. I'll tell you, the Connecticut rebounding has just been incredible. 15 rebounds. Really dominating inside.
And that was one of Coach Griffin's biggest concerns. How can we improve our rebounding, crash the board on every possession, and try to limit their second chance opportunities and give us, the Hawks, better opportunities? But UConn has proved the stronger of the two on the boards.
And into the stands goes Ashley Battle. Hopefully everyone survived that little collision. It was an itty-bitty kitty over there, and Mom and Dad are checking to make sure the kid's all right. Junior's okay, and everybody's all right.
Falls into the stands, signs a few autographs, jumps back on the court.
Jessica Moore has left the game. Kiana Robinson, Ashley Valley in the backcourt here. Morgan Valley back in the game. Ashley Valley goes into the paint, gives it to her sister. And they're just taking some time off the clock. Shot clock down to 5. Morgan sees that,
fires one up, and I think we'll have a no shot clock violation. St. Joseph's touched it, I guess. Morgan Valley looking to a slashing sister. Look at the sky by Ashley Battle. I mean, she just went up and over everybody and snatched that ball out of thin air.
She's last year's Defensive Player of the Year. She is so strong and tough, and that rebounding effort.
Stacey Marin working her way into the offense. Ashley Valley's shot doesn't go, and this time it's rebounded by Hootie Mohan. And here come the Hawks, 83-31. We are inside 3 minutes here at the Palestra in Philadelphia. Little push from behind. They're going to get Kiana Robinson. That is her first foul, the freshman out of Brandon, Florida. So French will go to the line as she was fouled in the act of shooting. You know, I said there's a lot of lefties on this team. Whitney French is a lefty. Hootie Mohan is left-handed. Amra Mamedic is a lefty, and so is Stephanie Graf. And so are you, Megan Keating. A lot of lefties in the Palestra.
There's also a lot of people wearing Santa hats, as you can tell by our crew on the.
So a timeout has been called. 83-32 is our score. The clock says 2:44. UConn Huskies in control. Welcome back. It is 83-32, a 50-point bulge for the UConn Huskies. Actually 51. Talk about dominance. They have won 74 straight regular season, not Big East tournament, not postseason, but 74 straight regular season games. The last time they lost, December 1st of 2001. Well, that was an interesting play. I don't know if it was meant to be. Stacey Marin wound up with it. French gets her pocket picked by a very rapidly moving Ashley Battle. Manages to hang on to the ball. And Ashley Battle just standing there, just her presence.
Well, the way she just sits down on you on defense. I mean, she's always in that defensive stance, and she always has her body in a nice square position and in control.
Krasnosiuk gets the ball, goes against the grain. McBrien goes inside.
Very
nice
nice
attempt by Gross.
Yeah, you know, there's a very nice move, just too much on it. Need to refine that a bit, but nice move against the defensive set.
And perfectly the right idea. Good look by Morgan to the cutting Ashley, and it's Ashley Battle who cleans it up. I think the play originally was supposed to be a valley-to-valley connection, and it ended up in Battle's hands. Weak side, Mamedic is all alone. They got her isolated. Now it's Krasnosiuk for three. Weak side rebounding, suspect for St. Joe's, but French with quick hands. Instead of a tie-up ball, they're going to call the foul on French.
We've seen it all day long, the ability for UConn to feed the seams. And look at that nice pass, nice feed by Ashley Valley. Almost a behind the back, slightly no look.
Well, it's the way they move. They're all not moving in the same direction. They keep crisscrossing, and there's always somebody going against the grain. That time French anticipated it. I know where you're going with that. Didn't matter. Kiana Robinson, her first basket.
1 minute. 1 minute.
87-32 is the score. Corner shot. I didn't think she had a good look at that, but she got it up. Good for French.
Nice quick release by French. If you don't have a quick release against the UConn defense, you're not going to get your shot off because they move so well on the pass.
I like French out here. She's really moving around and trying to get involved in every play. Seems to position herself well out there.
Well, it's a good opportunity for Coach Griffin to get French into the game, get her some experience against some tougher teams. We haven't seen Erin Brady in a long time, nor have we seen Stephanie Graf.
Against tougher teams. Let's say toughest team.
Yeah.
Is there anybody tougher? I mean, wow.
I stand corrected, absolutely.
We are talking no mistakes, a flawless game, some turnovers, but how do you argue with an 87-34 final? 87 points for the Huskies, 34 for St. Joe's.
And a real nice exchange here between the UConn coaches and the St. Joseph's coaches. Some hugging, a lot of familiar faces.
So the Huskies head to the locker room, but we are going to grab Gino Auriemma, and we will talk to him when we come back. 87-34, the final score. Welcome back. Our final score at the Palestra is Connecticut, the #1 team in the nation, remaining unbeaten, going to 8-0 with an 87-34 victory over the St. Joseph's Hawks. And the last time Gino Auriemma was in this building was his birthday, and he won the East Regional back in 1991. Well, it isn't your birthday, but it's Christmas, so Merry Christmas, Gino.
Well,
you're 8-0.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Although I felt like the Grinch that first half, you know, when I walked in the locker room, because I'm not sure that we played any of our best basketball the first half, but we certainly came out in the second half and played that's as well as we've played all year long. No question about it.
42-19 was the halftime score, but I'd have to agree with you. It wasn't the best UConn basketball I've seen, but that seems to be sort of a trend with you this year. You're sluggish in the first half.
Yeah, you know, I can't explain it, Leandra. I wish I could. Some of it's just, you know, we get a little impatient. You saw how many layups we missed, how many open shots we missed. And it's just taken us a while this year to get our bearings. But that second half, to be honest, I couldn't be happier. I felt bad for Cindy because there's nothing they could have done, to be honest with you.
Gino, as the defending national champions, expectations are so high, and we talked about this before tip-off.
Yeah.
How does that play into preparing your team for practice and managing your team's expectations and also your fans' expectations?
Yeah, it's really hard, Megan, because it seems like no matter what we do, we always expect more from ourselves. The bar's been set so high that I don't even know where it is anymore, because we just play the game as best as we can. But I think the expectation level is that we got to be perfect every night, perfect season every year. And that's not from the fans. That's from the coaches and the players. That's what we expect. And I don't know that you can do that forever.
You know, in the second half, you shot 68%.
Wow.
And you were blistering the second half. For the game, it was a total of 59%. But what's even more impressive to me was the ball movement. The passing in the second half was incredible.
Yeah, I think we've been struggling in that area. And in the first half, I don't think we did a good job of moving the ball. And in the second half, that's what led to all those open shots. The fact that the ball did move so well. And you know, when you make open shots, when you make a couple threes right away, that kind of makes everybody loose a little bit, you know, makes everybody comfortable. So we just got on a roll, and what can I tell you? They made me look good.
Gino, this is a bit of a homecoming for you. It's probably nice to come back to Philadelphia. Palestra has such a rich history here. How does it feel to play back in Philadelphia and bring your team with you?
Well, you know, we come down to play Villanova, you know, and since they beat us last year, you know, I've tried to cancel that game, and I still wanted to come back to Philadelphia. But to be in this building, you know, I want to thank Don DeJulia and the people at St. Joe's for putting this game together. I don't know how many people we had, but it was a great environment for college basketball in the city of Philadelphia. And yeah, a lot of my friends, my family, and you know, a lot of people travel from Connecticut. This building just means so much to anybody who grew up in this area, that to get a chance to coach here is like the thrill of a lifetime.
It sure is, and I'm sure Cindy Griffin feels the same way.
Well, you know, Cindy grew up in this area. Matter of fact, we tried to recruit her when she was coming out of high school, and she picked St. Joe's instead of Connecticut. But for her to coach on the floor that I'm sure she's seen on television, I don't know how many times, I know she wished the outcome was a little bit different, but it still had to be a big thrill for her.
You mentioned Villanova. I was politely going to avoid it, but the fact that you did, and you will be back here, and CN8 will be televising that game, the rematch. What did you learn from that loss last year that maybe changed your mindset about facing opponents?
Well, we had been playing poorly for about 3 weeks leading up to the Villanova game. And that game, we just ran out of gas. Not so much physically, but I think emotionally we were shot. We didn't have anything left in our tank. And and we just needed a break. So the loss probably came at a really good time. You hate to lose a championship, though.
Right.
And certainly Villanova deserved it. But it came at a good time because then we had 10 days to get ready for the NCAA tournament. And we just needed a break. So it wasn't like we looked past Villanova, we took them lightly, because we know better. But our freshmen just ran out of gas. You know, I mean, our 3 freshmen were averaging something like 20 points a game between the 3 of them, and we ended up getting like 4 of them. You know, so it was just one of those things.
Well, thank you very much for stopping by, Gino Auriemma. Once again, congratulations to you.
Thanks,
Your team
guys.
improves now to 8-0. Safe trip back to Stores. All right, our final score here is 87-34 for Megan Keating. I'm Leandra Riley. So long, everyone, from the Palestra in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Congratulations to the Huskies.